Hi lovely people, welcome to Vicky Signature. If this is the first time you're seeing this channel, thanks for stopping by, and to my returning subscribers, thanks for always sticking to this channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be looking at how to sew this beautiful dress. So let's get right into the video. So for this dress, I'll be making use of 2 yards of the chantily lace net and then 2 yards of our plain crepe. It is a light crepe. So let's get right into the cutting properly. So firstly, we'll be cutting the plain crepe. We're cutting that, then we'll use it to cut the chantily lace net. So I'm gonna head to place the crepe. So let's go ahead to cut. This is just like putting your basic body's measurement. Sorry, what I'm doing there is not really showing, but I'm just drawing a line to serve as our margin. So after rolling that line, I'll measure the length that I'll be using. So I'll start the measurement from the shoulder down to the length. The length is 41 inches, but I'll be adding 2 inches for folding. That's why I'm cutting 43. So after that, I'll just go ahead to rule it with a straight line to chalk it in order for me to see it properly. So I'll measure from the shoulder down to hip line. Shoulder to waist first, then shoulder to the hip line, and then that is the hem of the dress, which we just did, and then shoulder to bust point, which is 10. So next thing I'll do is for me to roll it all the way down. I believe you can see what I'm doing. So this is just a basic dress that I'm trying to do. There's nothing hard there. So let's go ahead to roll our line, and then that is the chest line that I just rolled. It is all about basic bodies. So after doing that, next thing is for us to measure our shoulder. So the shoulder I'm working with is 16 inches. After marking it there, I'll also mark it on the chest line, then I'll connect it with a straight line in order for me to do my armhole curve. Yes, there's a way this fabric is, so you have to be very careful when doing that. So after connecting the line, next thing I'll come down with 1 inch to serve as my shoulder slope. Then from that 1 inch, I'll measure what I have there, and then I'll divide it by 2. That is what I'm doing there. So that is the easiest way to divide it. After dividing it, I'll go in by half of an inch, and then I'll connect the line to the upper part. So on that chest line, I'll put my bust measurement of 9 inches, which is 36 divided by 4. Then I'll go ahead to use my curve and connect the point together. The ½ inch we went in down to the bust measurement. So after connecting it together, this is what we have. So on the chest line, I'll put my bust measurement properly again, and then I'll extend it down to the bust point. So after that, I'll add 2 extra inches to all my measurements. So the waist I'm working with is 7.5 inches. That is 30 divided by 4. So after getting that is what I'm marking. Then I'll add 2 extra inches. So after marking that, I'll go to the hip. The hip I'm working with is 38 divided by 2 is 9.5, and then I'll add extra 2 inches. I used to say I'm adding extra 2 inches to all my measurements. So anything I have on the hip, I'll transfer it down to the hem of the dress. So I'll connect from my bust down to waist, just as you can see. Sorry, I'm having kata. Then from my waist, I'll connect it down to the hip line. Then from the hip line, I'll connect it down to the hem of the dress. I believe you can see this properly. Yes. So after doing that, this is what we have. So next thing is for us to determine the neckline. So this is the front I'm working with. I'll come down by 3 inches first, and then I'll go out by 3.5 for the width. So after that, on that same neckline, instead of using that basic tree, I make sure I use 5 inches so that the neck will not be too small. So what I did was 5 inches by 3.5 for the neckline. Then I'll connect it to the shoulder slope. After connecting it, I'll add ½ inch on the armhole in order for us to use it to fix our sleeve. So that is what I'm doing right now. Then after that, next thing is for us to go ahead and cut out our fabric. Then we can start with the back. So for the back, I've gone ahead to start folding the fabric again. then I can be able to place the front and cut it out. So after placing it, I'll fold the front and place it, leaving like 1.5 inches, and then the neckline and everything is going to be seen. So I'll just go ahead to cut. Yes, so next thing is for us to work with our net. I told you I bought the net is 2 years, so it's next thing is for us to fold the net to our actual length. So the length I'm working with is 56, so and this net is 60 inches. That is to say it will be enough for it. So after folding it, I'll go ahead to place the crepe which we just cut. Make sure I place it properly and then mark out the measurements which I will be needing. You get, so this is the 56 that I'm talking about. Sorry, you're not seeing it, so I'll add like 2 inches. That is the 56. I believe you can see it. Then I'll add like 2 inches for folding of the down, and then that is all. Then we'll just go ahead to cut because we are not doing any calculation on this part again. It is just the cutting aspect. So this is the front, right? Yeah, this is the front. Let's go ahead and cut out the back, so everything is same just as I said. So I'll go ahead to cut out the back, exact same thing, then we can continue with our sewing. So after cutting it, then this is what we have. So next thing, so we just unpin all the pin from it, then we can start with our sewing properly. So this is me trying to remove all the pin that we used to secure it. So I've gone ahead to place it like so. So for this, I'll be placing the bad face of the crepe to the good face of the Ankara. So this is the bad face of the crepe, just as you can see that I chalk, then placing it with the good face of the crepe in order for us to turn it, so that when we turn it, it's going to face the outside properly. So this is me detecting the good face of the nets. Yes, so I'll just go ahead to place it properly and then show us the next step. So after placing it properly, next thing for us to do now is for us to turn our neckline. Then when I'm done turning it, I'll top stitch, then I'll bring it so that we can continue. So after turning the neckline, this is what we have. Can you see? Yeah, it's not that showing, but I believe you understand what I'm saying. So next thing is for us to turn the side, and I've also gone ahead to just turn the side. Sorry, I couldn't even show where I turn it, but that is what I did. And I've also gone ahead to turn the side for the back. So it's just a way of turning, using your lining to turn your main fabric just as you do. So that is what I did here. So next thing now is for us to place the back and the front together, and then we'll go ahead to join the shoulders. So this is me trying to place it properly. So after placing it, I'll just go ahead to turn the shoulders using our 1/2 inch we added while cutting. So after turning the shoulders, can you see this is what we have? So next thing is for us to use our net to use our net for the sleeve. Yes, so for our net, the net I was using with it has finished, so I just made use of this net again. This one is also a chantily lace net, but it's not same thing with the one we are using for the bodies, but you wouldn't know the difference. So I've gone ahead to cut the sleeve. So I didn't show where I cut the sleeve, or cutting the basic sleeve. The tutorials on my channel, you can go and watch it. So after that, I'll go ahead to join it, then I'll bring it. So after joining the sleeve, this is what we have. I'm gonna ahead to fold the tip of the sleeve. So next thing is for us to be placing the back and the front together, then we can go ahead and join our normal bodies. So this is me trying to arrange it properly. So after arranging it properly, I've gone ahead to cut out this rope, and then I've sewn it. So there's no light, but when I'm done, I'm going to iron it when there's light. So the rope I cut is about 20 inches each. So I'll be placing the rope inside in order for us to use it to snatch the back. So I'll place it inside and then pin it down properly, and then use the front part to place it together. I'll do same thing on the other side. So this is me using my scissors to secure it so that it doesn't shake. So after that, next thing is for me to hold all the edges together from the sleeve down to the part that I pinned. Then I'll go to the sewing machine and sew it down with 1 inch. Then I'll sew the other part. When I'm done sewing, I'll bring it. So guys, after sewing it, this is what we have. Can you see? Can you see what we have? So this is a 1 inch that I use in sewing it. So next thing is for us to fix our zipper, and then after fixing our zipper, that is all for this tutorial. Then I'll go to the down of the dress and then fix and then turn the leg, like fold the leg, and that is all for this tutorial. So if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll reply to it. Thanks, and see you in my next one. Bye.